This is Xtabai. I was on a bus going down to Toledo Village, and I was going to San Pedro, Colombia. It was the first time the children on the bus had ever seen a white person who looked like me. And some say that Xtabai has light-colored skin, some of the stories. Yeah. What color eyes do I have? White. Green. I have green eyes. There's green eyes and light-colored hair. And I was on the bus, and all of a sudden, these little girls were pointing at me. And they were going, Xtabai! Xtabai! And it was my first visit. I did not know who Xtabai was. And as someone, thankfully, the woman sitting with me spoke some English. I said, who is Xtabai? And the girls are now crying, Xtabai, Xtabai!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, they're freaking out. And I said, Xtabai, who is Xtabai? And the woman said, oh, she's a beautiful woman during the day. And I felt really great for about 2 seconds. Because then she said, and at night, she has one chicken leg, and she turns into this snake-like monster. Yeah. And she lures men into the forest, and then she kills them. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to convince these children I'm not Xtabai? I pulled up my long pants legs. Do I have chicken legs? No. And I pointed to my legs, and I said, look, people legs. I'm not Xtabai. And then the children finally calmed down. So with Xtabai, what else can you tell me? So she's a pretty woman during the day. Where do you usually see her? Xtabai. Forest, by the roadside. Does anyone know what Xtabai? By the roadside. She scares the drunken men. Yes, if she sees somebody who's, walking around. And if he's married or has a girlfriend and she sees him looking at other women, how do you think she feels about that? Angry, actually very angry. She wants people to be faithful. So she teaches a lesson. She stands there looking all pretty, and she goes, oh. And then that man, he sees her, and he goes, oh. And she takes him into the forest. And does she stay a pretty woman? No. What does she turn into?
Into a snake.
Into a snake, into a monster. And then sometimes, she's a chicken leg. Sometimes she'll just scratch him up a little bit and let him go, but sometimes she'll actually kill him. Mm-hmm. All of these stories have lessons for us. And the lesson of that one is to be faithful. Okay, be faithful. Another one with La Llorona, let's go back, and I want to write that on the board too, so you have the spelling. With La Llorona, what are we supposed to learn from the La Llorona story?
She have a big dog.
But what are we supposed to learn? What's the lesson of the story?
That don't cry at night.
Don't cry at night. They say that I heard this the other night. If you cry at midnight, she will hear you and come and try to take you. Yes.
You must not be jealous about your sons that your husband loves them so much and God love you a lot.
Yeah. Families just stick together and love each other. Another thing, if you do an action, you should think before you do. Absolutely. Once you do something, can you undo it? No, you can't ever undo it. Another one, yes.
One day at PG, I was crying. My mother and my father, it was for Christmas, went to buy a gift for us, and it was 12 o'clock in the night. I was crying because I wanted to go with my mother when somebody knocked at the door, and we heard came out to see who it is, and we came down with machete, and nobody was around the house. And we came up and knocked the door, it knocked again, and we checked around the house.
And no one was there.
No.
Yeah. So that's one of those spirits. Another one, El Cadejo. El Cadejo. What can you tell me about El Cadejo? Yes, way in the back. El Cadejo. Yes. El Cadejo, what can you tell me? Hurry.
It's a big animal.
It's a big animal. What kind of animal?
A huge dog.
A huge dog. Oh, I love dogs. Do I want to run up and go, El Cadejo, oh, you're laughing. Oh, I love dogs. Why don't I want to do that to El Cadejo?
It's a white dog.
A white dog. I've heard there's two.
Yeah.
A white one and a black one.
A white one and a black one.
Yeah.
The white one is
Good.
and the black one is
Bad.
Bad, yeah. And I don't want to run up and pet them. Why not?
get angry.
They'll kill you, they get angry.
But
El
sometimes-
Cadejo
but some-
wears, go ahead, yes?
But sometimes the white one comes after
Protects
the
you.
next one.
After the black one
Protects.
is there and tries to help.
Yes.
That's what I've heard, yes.
Wore a long chain.
It has a long chain, yeah, and a big collar. That's what I've heard. What color are the black El Cadejo's eyes?
Red.
Red. El Cadejo is evil. Evil, yes.
I've already seen that.
Yes.
My grandfather has seen
I have a relative and that too because I was at my neighbor that they sell butane gas, and when I was coming down the stairs from behind the house, I see a white animal with a red eye run down the mango tree.
Wow.
It was right up there.
It was right there. Okay. That's the experience I had here in Bullet Tree. We did not actually see it. We heard it. And it was about a week ago, 3 o'clock in the morning. We are on this side of the river. On the other side, we heard the cows around 3 in the morning. They're usually asleep. We heard
Yeah.
the cows. Then we think it was the wild pigs running through the property. It was a night, it had just rained. And then we heard something growling, and it sounded much bigger than a dog. We thought maybe a puma. The thing that was crazy, no, I didn't actually see it with my own eyes, but here's the part that's crazy. The next morning, we went out to look for footprints. When it's muddy, what do you usually see on the ground?
Footprints.
Not a single one anywhere on the property. So whatever happened left no footprints behind. But we all heard it running right through the property and there were no footprints.